Hi everyone, it's Plastic EP here, and I've got a very special guest from the Canary Islands, Tenerife. How are you today, Keith?
I'm doing really well, mate. How's Australia?
Well, it's really good, and as I said, the Canary Islands, what a fantastic place to be. I haven't been there or heard of it. Tell me a little bit about Canary Islands before we start.
Well, there's seven of islands. I'm on the island of Tenerife. So there's seven of them, and I'm on the biggest island, and it's just off the west coast of Africa. So it's about a 4-hour flight from the United Kingdom to here. So it's a bit like, I would say it's about the same length of time when you fly out of Brisbane to Fiji.
That's
You know what I
fantastic.
mean? About that far.
Keith, can I say you've been to Australia before, have you?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you have. And you know that we got Boy George on the TV show here, the Voice, I think it's called.
That's right.
He's fantastic. Australia loves him.
Yeah. I was with him last year in February. I was actually on the night shoot of the introduction to the show with the rest of the cast. You know, the rest of like Kelly, Sam, and I always forget her name. What's her name? The other judge, beginning with D. I can't remember her name, but
Delta.
Yeah, Delta. That's it. Delta. Yeah. I was on that night, and I was fortunate enough to meet the rest of them, and they were so lovely. And me and George, actually, our friendship, we became real friends in Sydney in the year 2000, where Culture Club were on their, you know, they reunited and they were doing the tour. And one of my friends used to be a backing singer for him when he was solo, Ruby James, who now lives in Australia. So we went to the concert, and she introduced me to him properly. And since then, you know, we've become really good friends. And the past year, we've become really, really good friends. And even more so during this lockdown period, he's been fantastic. Every other day, FaceTiming me. We've had some great conversations.
That's great. Now, can I ask you how you got into the business? Because you've got to have a passion and a love for it.
Yeah, I was 18, and I was itching to get into the pubs and clubs before, you know, I was 18, because you had to be that age legally to be in there to be able to sing. So the day after my 18th birthday, I was booked to sing in this pub, and I was singing as myself, no makeup, no nothing, you know. And I was just singing stuff like Van Morrison, Bob Marley, you know, The Real Thing. And a guy in a pub said, "You know, you really sound like that Boy George." And he said, you could look a bit like him as well. There's a competition up the road, enter it. And I said, "Oh no, I don't really fancy that." And he said, "It's £2,500 prize money." Well, you can imagine 30 years ago, I said, "Put my name down." So he put my name down. I entered the heat. I won the heat, got to the final, and I won the final. And that's how the Boy George experience became what it is. And I've been doing this nearly 30 years now.
That's an amazing story. Now, also, you've got to tell everybody about your show on the net and when it's on and how they find you. Let's tell people about that.
Well, I've been doing the shows during lockdown because my income has gone to zero, because all the bars and the clubs have been shut, and you know, because of social distancing and all that. So I was doing in Tenerife 17 shows over 4 days. And then I was flying back to the United Kingdom and doing 5 shows over 3 days. So I was really, really busy. And then it just went to nothing. Like everybody else, it just went to nothing. So I done these online shows from my page, which is on Facebook, The Boy George Experience. And I put a little PayPal link up there just, you know, to see how it would go, that people can like give you a little gift or something. And it's just been really, the people that have been watching my show and supporting me have been so generous. It's really helped me through these, because I've been locked down I'm into my 12th week now, so with no income. So you can imagine, you know, and I've got quite a lucrative career, so quite a lot of money has gone down the drain. But I know that when we do get out of this situation, that it will all come back and it'll all come good. But it's just when you're in that situation, you think it's the end of the world because you've got no money and how you're going to survive. So the generosity of the people have been amazing from all around the world, even from people in Australia.
That's fantastic. And I've got 3 cousins, and believe me, they love Boy George. When I said in this interview, they're going to be like, you know, wow. Because when you're able to, let's say, show your admiration and your love and be able to impersonate someone, it's not an easy thing to do, and you've got to have that passion, as you know, and it takes years and time to perfect it, isn't it? Like, you've obviously had to see all the Boy George videos,
Yeah.
all the songs, and I mean, you sing too, which is even great.
Yeah, and I didn't like wake up like so many people think, oh, how can I make a quick buck? And they wake up and you know, think, oh, I'm going to impersonate the next best thing. Like lots of Michael Bublé's, lots of Lady Gaga's, and whatever. And they do it. There's some people that do more than one, which is okay. But I studied my art. You know, I call myself a celebrity impersonator. I studied George. You know, we come from the same part of London anyway, so we speak the same. And when I sing, I just sounded like him. But maybe it's because we talk the same. You know. And I studied him, and his costumes, his clothes, his hats, his personality, everything about Boy George, you got to embrace and put that into the show. Otherwise, if you don't, people see through it straight away and think, oh, you know, that ain't very good. So, and I've been around the world, and I've been going to different award ceremonies and won quite a few prestige awards. So, you know, I'm doing it all right. And the fact that he endorses my show along with his management, and I know all his family as well. So it's just that's just like the cherry on the cake for me, you know.
I totally agree. I mean, like, I'm amazed myself. Like, we could do this like in two ways. Let's say it was a phone conversation and I'm on the phone to you. I'm blown away. I'm talking like I don't see you, and I feel like I'm talking to Boy George, right? If I was on the phone with you. Now that I've got vision, it's like Boy George too. So what I'm saying is, you do a very good act. You know, that's like, I'm blown away.
Thank you. And obviously, I'm doing something right then, aren't I? And if you feel that way, and someone that's been around for a long time as well, you know what it is to put into the effort into the show. I mean, the show that I do is a good show. I do normally costume changes and everything like that, makeup, costume. It all costs money, you know. So. You can't scrimp and save on this sort of things. I mean, these hats are really expensive. You know, I've had these out. This is a jacket off the hanger, but this has been made. This outfit, you know, the shirt. So you know, and they're absolute replicas of what George has done. And when I do the work and I get them made and whatever, I send them to him with a photo of me wearing them. And he says, well, I'm really impressed by that and how quick I've turned it round, you know. So he'll post it one day, and then within 8 or 9 days, I've got that look. So, you know, and even that's exciting in itself. You know, you go out and it's really exciting. It's like expecting a birth, I suppose. Like, oh, I can't wait to get that outfit. You know, can't wait to wear it. And people have got their favourites. Like my friend, her name's Lorraine, and she loves this outfit because the first time I ever met her, I was wearing this outfit. So every time she sees this outfit, it takes her back to when we first met.
You've got to tell me some of the experiences that you've had, like doing a show, and like people coming up and like really appreciating what you do. Like, I can imagine people coming up to you and they want to, first of all, they want to talk to you, but the second thing is they want to take a photo. I mean, that's like the most.
I encourage that. I really do encourage that. After the show, I say, you know, I'm going to stick around. Sometimes I've got to go from one show straight to another. So I'll arrive at the first show a bit earlier so I can do the photos beforehand. And then I can try and get to the second show and say to people at the second show, look, if you want a picture, I can't hang around later, but just come up while I'm performing. And as I'm singing, we'll have a photo. And I do that, you know, I say, do it during this song. And then there's probably quite a few people. And then at my last show, then obviously after the show, I can hang around and have photos. So and I like that, and I embrace it, and I love people to put the photos then of me and them on my Facebook page or my website, and we can keep in touch with that way. And they really like that as well, because you know, when you give that little bit of extra time, it's 5 or 10 minutes of your time, you know what I mean, and that goes a long way.
Can I ask when the show is running, when the show's going on the
tonight,
net?
The show tonight online is going to be I'm doing a charity gig in 12 minutes for a little boy who needs to raise money for his operation in America. So I'm doing that in 12 minutes time. And then straight after that, I'll be on my own page for an hour tonight.
Can you say your page again, Keith, before we go?
It's Facebook, The Boy George Experience.
All right, before we go, Keith, because I know you're busy, Would you sing me just a couple of lines of Come a Camellia? Just
Well,
a couple of lines?
how about I move indoors and sing it to you?
Thank you, so kind.
With the music. What do you think?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to have to set the camera up here, get the light in here.
Of course,
like
I don't want to hold you up too much.
No, you're all right, mate. We're all right. So, is that good lighting?
That's fantastic.
Give me a second. Okay.
Thank you. This is going to be great, everybody. So just hang in there. I love that song.
Can you hear?
Perfect.
All right. I still miss Australia. One day I'd like to call Australia home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a love in your eyes all the way. If I listen to your lies, would you say, what would you say? I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man who doesn't know how to say a contradiction. You come and go. You come and go. Come and come and come and come and come and chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Nothing would be easy if you come so like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Didn't hear your wicked words every day. And you used to be so sweet, I heard you say that my love was an addiction. When we cling, our love is strong. When you go, you're gone forever. You string along, you string along. Come, 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 chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Love would be easy if you come so like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green.
Thank you, Keith.
Days like survival. You're my lover, not my rival. Every day is like survival. You're my lover, not my rival. How about that?
Thank you, Keith. Just stay
Right.
there a minute and say goodbye
I just
to
want to show
everybody.
you as well. This is when I first met George here.
Okay. Fantastic.
So that was in Australia. Let me just
That's
turn
right.
this off. All right there.
Keith.
Is that okay for you?
Thank you so much for the big effort. Say goodbye to
welcome.
everyone and just stay there for a moment. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody. Keep safe, and I hope to see you all soon. Don't forget my page, Facebook, The Boy George Experience. Mwah.
Thank you, Keith, so much.